lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Check. Check. 55. Lady. Keep it up. Lady. Red 80. Undercut. Check.
On first down, Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Hey, time. We got 25 to Mike. Blue day. Lady. Red 80. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. 65. Bravo. 65. Hey, 20.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Check 31, check 31.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Tough sequence there for the offensive line.
Well, it gives us a chance to shine a little spotlight on the defensive linemen, on the defensive tackles. They don't normally get a bunch of praise, but it all starts there, doesn't it? If you're going to have a good run defense, they have to hold the point of attack and make plays as they just did there.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hand me. Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Kill. Go Chief. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Carr. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
54's Mike. 694. 54. Watch the run.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here we go, son. 55, right 5-5. Yo, lady.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Yo, son. 55. Red 80. Spot. Recon, 152 fighter. Red 80.
Darnold on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer. Any weapon. Hey, turn it out, turn it out. Check red 80. Fresno.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
I'm going from red 80. I'm going back to you. Mike 55. Mike. Hey, Delta. Watch the ball. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Better touch.
Back to throw, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This one from 35 yards away. Ficken's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check 52.
From the gun, Carr. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw his Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards. On first down, it's Jacobs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Check, 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 check.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
We're good. You ready? Raider 1. 57. Mike, 50. Hey, Echo. I'm coming for Purdue. Check, check, check.
Operating from the gun. Carr. This is caught by Williams. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
6 guys. Lady.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We're going to start. Lady. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. Ficken's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Down. 185. What do?
Watch out. Tight end right.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 50-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
You're mine. 36.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jordan Jenkins, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. are, and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Double time. 3 down. Check that down. 15. Deuce.
Deuce right.
Wide. Get wide. Show it.
From the gun, Carr, and that will be incomplete.
Carr's pass intended for Zay Jones, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check three. Shit.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
His guys take over 1st down. At their own 47-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run the counter. Bell. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Get that ball. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Darnold from the gun. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Check 55 to Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 1.
Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
The extra point splits the uprights. Back now in the East Bay. For the 4th quarter, will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Carr now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. On 1st down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let him right down.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins, his 2nd sack of the night. This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game.
You're mine.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
It got his man complete. 36 yards on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
They run the counter. It's Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this. Check three.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
I know the debate always rages about whether you want to be in man coverage or zone coverage versus slant routes, and there's pros and cons either way, but a big pro to being in zone versus the slant, if you don't backpedal and you read it right away, you can see it the whole time because the quarterback, through his eyes, when he gets ready to throw it, you just react and go right to the football, and on that play, got there and batted it away.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Watch the edge.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. After the interception, here's Darnold. Under pressure, they got him again. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Darnold now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Watch twins.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
SOS. 29.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Copeland in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, switch gears. Slam. Check. Raider 1. Check hot. Hey, 734.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Room to run past midfield. And he finds a man on the crossing route. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
Shoot. Watch the safety creep. Peek in. White. 93.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Jordan Jenkins. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Check 55 to Mike.
Man, 80.
Watch the pass. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Check the tight end.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Charlie. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Hey, orbit.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 82 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for